Greetings, I am Liz.
And I am Whack Scandal! Woo! I'm whacking my friends. Let's bang them together. Yes, whacking my friend's hand before we start this.
If you don't know, we really are in a very tiny closet recording these things, and if we gesture at all, sometimes we just hit each other. It's fine.
It's hilarious. It's my favorite opportunity.
It's fabulous. All right.
I get contact. No.
To steady herself.
On
contact. And have contact. Oh,
exactly.
She clutches the armrests of my wheelchair.
Clutches.
So if you don't know, because you didn't come from the last episode, Louisa is leaning over the wheelchair, like bent in half. So we get a view of, the whole frontal view of her. And so the viewer watching the anime gets to see up her skirt from the back. Because that's how these things work.
That is true. This is how that
That's how the fan service works. We kiss. We have now kissed all of them?
Oh yeah, I think we kissed all of them more than once.
We haven't. Have we kissed Rena? I don't know if we've just threatened to kiss Rena.
I thought we kissed her forehead.
That's probably true.
Because she's like 5 years old, and we're really.
Oh my God, it's true. Louisa, the warmth of her presence after I slammed my face into hers, the scent of her lipstick.
She has
so much lipstick on, you can see it's just right there. Also, that's oddly specific, the scent of her lipstick.
I love, honestly, the fact that in regards to that these might be generated basically based off of some sort of server or particular, here's a visual novel maker or whatever, that also the idea that basically some women don't wear lipstick in Japan. Almost all women in Japanimation literally don't wear lipstick, and it's wildly funny to me.
Many of them don't have lips, but that's okay.
I mean, too much to animate, and I appreciate that. Actually, animation studios have horrific rates in regards to how much they pay their animators. It's really, really bad.
The budgets are very low.
They're very terrible.
All right.
And if you know anything about it, and if you can contribute in any way, because I know there are actually several Kickstarter programs. There's actually one where there's a studio where they're trying to actually make a better pay.
A living wage for their animators.
Yeah, it's great. I don't remember where it is, though, so I apologize. You have to probably look it up.
I do not want this to end. I want animators to get fair pay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We kiss for a few more seconds.
Yeah.
I count them. The whole time we just sit there. Birds fly around us. Oh my God, it's a Disney cartoon. Chirping as they watch this moment unfold. Okay, imagine this.
Roku.
You've got him sitting in the wheelchair, Mister's in the wheelchair. You've got Louisa bent over in half, kissing him in the wheelchair. Up on the roof with the sky, the clouds rushing by, and it's like an anime intro scene. You spin around it so you can see both of their faces and also her skirt blowing in the wind, and birds swirl around them. This is what's going on here. It's very dramatic.
It's brilliant.
Chirping as they watch this moment unfold. The birds are watching you. The birds are watching you.
As they're flying by, staring.
Whoa. Whoa. Louisa's hair tickles my forehead. I can't help but giggle into her face. She leans back. Oh God!
I inhaled at the wrong time.
Oh God!
Excuse me.
I finished kissing you. I'll hack up a hug. Oh.
What's the matter?
Oh God.
What's the matter?
Nothing. It's just that all the birds were watching us kiss.
It was really fucking weird, and I was just staring at them.
Like as my lips were smooshed to yours, I just watched. My eyes were just trying to watch all these birds, going, "What do they want? What are they doing?" I'm enjoying this so much. Just you and I, without a single care in the world, except those birds.
Start swooping down.
Except those birds. Also, your hair tickles me. Remember how the narrator a long time back said that usually nurses wear their hair up? Well, yours doesn't. You don't, and it's so fluffy.
Like, you could literally just say your hair tickles, or your hair tickled me. But like, your hair tickles me? There's a level of that, like, that goes too far, and that, fine. I didn't know you're ticklish.
I mean, I think
Here, let me non-consensually now start tickling you and going after you, because this is what our relationship is about.
Usually. Oh, no, it's about me being an edgelord. You don't know a lot about me. I'm 16, and I am an ocean.
Secrets.
I am the Marianas Trench of depth. You will never discover the deepness of me.
I am so edgy, knives cut themselves upon me.
Yes! They call me, I always think of that vine. They call me Seven Knives. Or that, no, it wasn't a vine, it was a Tumblr post. Because every time I use a knife in the kitchen, I put it in the sink, and then I have to get a new one before I can finish the meal.
I hate that one. It's so bad. It's so
Right.
good.
You don't know a lot about me.
There's plenty of time to find out. Unless we spend the rest of our relationship basically where you try to remain an edgy edgelord the entire time and refuse to communicate with me, but I'll know that that's okay because that's how real men act. Toxic masculinity, not talking about their feelings, and me also potentially also reinforcing that behavior. Because if you ever get vulnerable with me, I'm gonna question your integrity as a man and a human being. No worries though.
Right. That sounds like you're pretty deep too.
Oh, honey. As deep as my boobs.
Okay, she brings herself, not she comes closer. Louisa picks herself up, brings herself closer. She brings herself closer, and we kiss once more. She comes over and we kiss again.
Yes.
She walks closer, we kiss again. I just think she jumps back because we giggle like 10 feet away. Holy shit, are you okay? No, I'm fine, I'm just ticklish. Okay, runs back over. Et-moi!
Oh, no, it's better, actually.
There is more passion this time
It's
around.
not just a moi, it's a nom, 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 nom,
Blah, 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 blah.
It's an entire, like cartoon episode in
Okay.
the rubber hose style.
Okay, try and
Suddenly-
imagine this. So she's standing on her feet. He's in a wheelchair, and she's managing to kiss his face and bend herself over his lap somehow so that her chest presses against his.
Okay. Is it the fact that maybe like the whole uniform actually like swings out with her boobs?
It's that it's not that her chest presses against yours, it's that they lean against you because they're large.
But also, like, that means then the uniform is complete shit and she has literally no support
No
whatsoever.
support.
She also has a particular breast style. And again, okay, so to clarify, we're not making fun of real people's tits. This is a very different experience. I'm criticizing the
people with
fact that
large
this
breasts.
is fucking stupid writing.
Okay, so imagine if like her breasts are really well supported, so they don't do the anime jiggle and swing, right?
Yeah.
And so again, he's sitting down in a wheelchair at about half her height.
Right.
And then she has to bend over to get to him. So that experience then, puts your head out in front of the rest of your body. But then she just rolls her neck down, her chest forward. So she's sort of halfway into his lap to press her chest against him while they kiss. Like, that sounds like an awkward and a half. That sounds like a yoga maneuver.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Good job. She is
Downward
actually
facing
Snake.
dog.
Whoop. It's okay. She is Snake Woman.
She is Snake.
We got this.
She is Centaur.
I feel her chest press against mine. Her legs against my knees. Okay, that's really hard to do. So if your faces are meeting while she's standing, and her legs are straight against your knees, she's really got this sort of like U-shaped torso going on, so she can lay the front of it against you. Impressive. Good job, Elastigirl. I hug her, and we both kiss like there's no tomorrow. Whatever that means. We suck
Like I
face
said,
real hard.
Like I said, it's an entire cartoon episode in the style of Rubber Hose. Just emerges between your mouths.
Okay, blah, 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 blah. All right, Louisa is into it. The more passion that she brought to it, she is into it.
Whoa.
Her lips keep dancing around mine. Oh, God. We've gotten to dancing. And our lips will do the tango. Da, 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 da. Oh, my God.
You just do feverish.
She dives in her whole entire body down your throat without worrying about her awkward posture.
Grab her.
Nope, the reverse. She just pulls your mouth open and slurps in.
Blah, 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 blah. Jiggles around in there.
It's
This
fine.
becomes a vorfic.
I'm also just like, she dives in without worrying about her awkward posture. So they acknowledge that her standing in front of you sitting in a wheelchair is super freaking awkward. But she doesn't worry about it. He knows. I tighten my arms around her. My arms are sweaty, but I don't care. Neither of us cares. I know she doesn't care. I could tell by the awkward U-bend that she has of her back that she doesn't care.
No care.
And just the way she's just consuming my face with hers. In the heat of the moment, Louisa puts one knee between my legs. Oh, we're gonna go there. Louisa has to, because of the bend and the fact that
She's hurting to hurt.
her chest would be in the way of her knee. She leans her chest back away from you and keeps her face on yours and shoves a knee up for balance on your wheelchair. It goes between your legs. Ooh.
Oh,
She leans a bit closer and closer, shoves your head farther and farther back because you're already attached.
yeah, I'm also just like,
It's like that thing of, we press our bodies completely together. He leans in closer. How do you get closer than that?
What?
I press against her knee to keep her from falling.
No, you're pressing against her knee to keep her knee from running into your junk.
or you're...
Like, that seems like the dumbest fucking excuse to keep her from falling. She can't fall! Is your wheelchair not locked in place, you
No,
dumbass?
it's not. It's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
roll.
So we're all gonna roll.
He's never used the locks once. He's just got
so
his feet
tiring.
on the ground and trying not to make it roll. A foot on the ground,
I feel
trying not to make it roll. And
like
the
I'm
other...
about 900 years old.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
tired of this.
All right, I pressed my thighs, one of them in a cast, against her knee to keep her from sliding and us from rolling. When 1 foot on the ground,
Mister.
she says into my mouth. Louisa. I say
Okay,
it to
I
her.
have kissed people before and talked, and I have to say it's really fucking funny because you start like talking into their face, and it's hilarious. And there's a balloon of air that you start generating, and
a
it's
round of like Inuit throat singing. Okay,
it's beautiful, and I love it.
it's just so yeah, we're just gonna both talk into our hands here for a second. I want some more. I say into her face.
That was me.
Oh, sorry,
You
my bad.
Twinkie.
Nope, I want it.
You Twinkie.
We both say at the same time. She dives in for a third time. Oh, she had pulled back? She's in your face again, it's fine. I give her what she asks for. When she dives in again, attacking my face with hers, somehow it's her asking for kisses, so I kiss her again.
It's also
This is such a weird scene.
more torrid.
More torrid this time.
Torrid?
I'm not sure.
Torrid?
It's
Why the
fine.
fuck are we using the word torrid?
We're torrenting
Why?
kisses.
My brain is going that you cannot be using torrid.
I don't...
Torrid, hang on, torrid definition because people are fucking insane. Because what? Very hot and dry. Full of difficulty or tribulation.
Yeah.
Synonyms, hot, sweltering, sultry, scorched. That's why I was like, torrid?
So they're trying to say it's hot.
Sizzling, roasting,
Okay.
blazing, burning,
So you know,
blistering, suffocating, oppressive, dry, barren, parched, waterless, desert.
One, you have to know that neither of them have any saliva at all, and it's damn hot up there. They're sweating. The sweat is the only lubrication in this entire kiss.
Also, if you're British, it means very difficult, uncomfortable, or unpleasant, at least according to the interwebs.
It was passionate before, but now it's super uncomfortable. Okay, so what I'm imagining is they want to say it's hotter. It's more intense. It's sexy, but like hot sexy. And someone translating went, hot equals torrid. Torrid means hot.
Also, I'm like, a torrid love story.
So what I need to
I've
say-
heard it before, but I'm just like...
Which is tumultuous, difficult, and challenging. Not sexy.
Yeah, like, what?
Torrid love story is a love story with a extreme amount of drama and discomfort, okay? All right, but I'm like, if you're ever translating, the synonyms in the in the language you're translating to are not the same as synonyms in the language you're translating from. Okay?
Yes.
I might not know other languages, but I love like linguistics enough to know that, okay? So this hot, dry, dusty, difficult, uncomfortable kiss continues. All right. I don't want this to end. I love discomfort.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I thought though torrid really, so the way that I really have heard torrid used is going to torrid, it's like a terrible, tense, dramatic, angsty, uncomfortable relationship. Torrid is not hot and sensual.
Nope.
Like at all. Like it's hot and sensual in the way that has a lot of angst and it has a lot of pain and it has a lot of drama, but that is...
But not like hot, sexy, like passionate. It's really like hate sex, if it's sex.
Yeah.
All right, I don't want this to end. I don't want this to end. She's so special to me.
And also everyone... Oh, sorry.
Kissing. She's...
So beautiful.
Before I finish my thought, Louisa's knee goes through the flap of my seat. She tore the wheelchair. That's hilarious. She put so much weight on the base of the wheelchair, and the wheelchair is so poorly made, it just tears the bottom out, and he falls through toilet seat style.
I understand mistakes happen, and I understand this is supposed to be funny, but I think I've just aged another 35 years. It's fine.
All right, here you go. Look at this face. Look at her eyes. Her eyes got huge.
She rips through your bottom lip because your manging face, and she was chewing on your lip. So she runs off with your bottom lip, and there's blood everywhere. And your other bottom lip.
Also, her knee shoved up in the anime style against your groin. Shoves downward aggressively as it tears through. You also lose your junk. Ow.
Where do you think
so sexy? Well, if you're pushed up against it, like, and then you just suddenly slip down, like skinning your knee kind of thing, just from pressure, you just like road burn the entire bit. Ow.
Louisa's knees are made out of sandpaper. That's why she's got torrid kisses.
She shrieks as she falls, her knees striking the floor.
The ground?
Okay.
The cement.
So we're saying that you didn't have any
rooftop.
front support on the wheelchair. It was literally just a basket and like just a fabric scoop swing kind of thing. And then if it tears through, you drop on your tailbone as her knee strikes the floor.
Yeah.
Okay?
Or because they have 4 points of contact, or actually technically it's like typically two full sides, because, well, depending on how they can,
Okay.
shit. It depends on how they're made, but you have at least 4 points of contact typically on average, right? 1, 2, the two posts into the sides, and then the other two posts, because when you put it all together, they tend to all fold up, so they don't want necessarily all of them, depending on your design, to be completely sealed to the seat, because they'll start wearing off. So I'm guessing is that what happened is that actually she's the only one who's gonna fall, and you're gonna mostly, because your butt is sitting in the back part of the seat on the back
probably
support.
be
You'll probably still be fine as long as you don't move.
As long as it didn't tear all the way through.
Yes.
And on the other hand, if it did, anyway, striking the floor, she now has an identical injury to Miki's. I have flashbacks to the ointment.
And then I go, Miki.
Mm.
Ow!
Louisa, are you all right? Shit. Oh, Louisa doesn't stand up at once. Instead, with her face in my chest, I imagine. And
Or her
knee-
face in your groin at this point.
No, the wheelchairs aren't that high. Her knee on the ground, she'd have to be folded in half, trying to get her face to her knee to get in her groin.
I guess so, maybe more like in your stomach, but I still feel like it'd be like a slam down, like drag, like.
But imagine, she's here, and her knee falls, but she's already been in half, so half of her height goes, like half of her leg height goes away. That just drops her to about here.
It's
So, you know, basically in your abs. Her face is in your abs.
That's what I say, stomach.
Maybe, there we go, that. Okay, Louisa doesn't stand up at once.
Abdominals.
Instead, she sits on the floor and laughs. So she rocks back onto her booty and does not have her face in us anymore.
Oh, God! It was clumsy of me! Ow! Ow!
Aye, there's blood coursing down her knee. Also, the wheelchair is destroyed. Her bum will be dirty from the sidewalk on the roof.
I guess I was really in the moment. Ow! Ow!
Ah!
Ooh, this is your fault, mister!
Exclamation
your
point.
fault.
Yell it with more passion.
Mister! Chet!
Aye. I laugh as well as she tells me this is my own fucking fault. I'm sorry, ma'am, I say to the person I just sucked face with for 5 minutes. I promise to be gentle next time, because your knee going through my wheelchair made it so that... Was it because I kissed you too hard?
It's fine.
We both laugh for a few seconds. Ha, 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 ha. Then I help her stand up by falling out of my wheelchair. Because if the seat is torn and I'm sitting on it and I lean forward to help her up, I'm on the ground. So,
Yes, about what we just did.
do you do that with all your patients?
Did you?
Get a boner, yes. But that's okay.
Did you get hard?
I didn't think you were gonna ask that. Adjusts hospital handkerchief a little bit more.
Honest. Oh,
What?
that's a good point.
What?
She put her knee down on your freaking hospital gown? So did she like rip the top part of your hospital gown off?
She probably
or like
just...
yanked on your neck because she took the
If it's cloth, she probably just tugged it down really hard. If it's one of those paper ones, she just shredded through it. And now you are just
I have never had a
waving
paper
in the
one,
breeze.
so I have to say
I've had to wear a paper hospital gown.
Oh, that
right.
sucks.
Is she going to ask me if I enjoyed it? I don't know, bro. At this point,
Did you enjoy it?
I'm psychic. Yes.
It's almost like the writer who's writing this also is writing the rest.
It's almost telling you, going, you need to know that your character had fun doing this, because we're not sure how it sounded in translation. That just made my day, Louisa.
I'm gonna go
And
home.
destroyed my wheelchair and pulled on my neck real hard. And honestly, I don't know if my lip will ever be the same. Let alone, ow. A little bit of, ow.
A little bit of burn.
Like just nut burn. Louisa wraps her arms around herself, just cradling herself holding her tits and her elbows.
Because that's the only thing we can think of to do.
Not because she has any less, like not because she is less valuable as a person, but because as far as we can tell, that's what he cares about.
Yes.
And sometimes it irritates me when somebody is, just playing a game and they're just like, this character's all about tits and I'll make tit comments constantly. And I'm like, if the character's well developed, I honestly don't even notice. It's just that Louisa has very little to her and Mr. has less.
Yep, it's fine. To be honest, that made my entire year. That's the best thing that's ever happened to be in a long time.
I'm so
To
sorry
be in a long time.
to this translator. That's the best thing that's ever happened to be in a long time.
To be in a long time. To be. Who's to be? Oh, I'm sorry.
B? What happened to B?
Shh. She's like, shit, I told you another nickname that I have. Crap.
B.
That belongs to somebody else. I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
B
I
was
brought in my other
wonderful.
role play.
My bad. I'm just like, also,
To be.
that's ever happened to me. Ever. But also just in a long time. So is it ever or in a long time? Which one is it? I need to know. Well, I'm honored to have been your best time in a long time ever.
Because you know what? He's going to have to deal with more of that in the next one. And
Yep.
we're going to have to... I don't know what we're doing. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, though, for joining us. If you do like what we do, please feel free to like,
my
comment,
God.
subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. We have got some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye.